You're not stuck, you're stabilizing. What if it feels like being stuck is actually your system stabilizing? What if this quiet season, this slower pace, this lack of urgency isn't a setback, but a reset? What if your body, your spirit, and your mind are doing something deeply intelligent before the next expansion? Let's talk about it. Hey y'all, I'm Madison Simone Chase, also known as Miss Chase, and I was raised by an incredible single mom who is my biggest fan, my BFF for real, my best friend, and I'm also a celebrity certified personal trainer, fitness and wellness expert, and sports and entertainment media host. I was born in Fort Worth, Texas, raised in Dallas, built in Los Angeles, California. I trained with Juilliard at School of American Ballet, becoming the world's only three-time ESPN Miss Fitness champion, appearing in more than 450 fitness DVDs. The first of the 450 was led by celebrity trainer Gunnar Peterson, who's known for training the Kardashian family. As a celebrity trainer, some of my most notable clients include Robert Pattinson of Twilight and Batman, Chris Tucker of Rush Hour, Amber Riley of Glee. As a sports and entertainment media host, some of my favorite red carpet moments include chatting with Richard Branson, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Emma Stone, Viola Davis, Tyler Perry, Tiana Taylor, Justin Baldoni, and Issa Rae, to name a few. I share my accomplishments to honor the millions of sacrifices my mom planted so that I could blossom and flourish into the woman I'm still becoming. So if you're listening and or watching, pull up a digital chair, grab yourself a cup of hot or cold herbal tea, and welcome to my cozy home of Cut to the Chase at 8, a 15-minute micro-learning moment for macro living. And I am so overjoyed that you are here, because this is where we explore and lean into life with our lived experiences, yours and mine, where we invite lots of grace in this space because we're living in some interesting times. We chat all about spirit, mind, and body, health, because that is ultimately our wealth, in microdoses for macro living. So make sure you join me twice daily for just 15 minutes. It's just 15 minutes at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, because this is your 15-minute chance for your daily pause for a cause, for clarity, wellness, grace, and intentional decision making. And giving yourself grace, because how we start our day and how we end it matters. Each episode, my offer to you is 3 keys and 1 question to sit with, and hopefully encouraging you to give yourself grace in this space. Something practical, something grounded, and something you could carry with you. So, wherever you're listening from, turn it up and tune in. And if anything you hear today pricks your heart or lights a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe, share it with someone you care about, and please leave a 5-star rating. Let's take a breath together. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lean into today's episode of Cut to the Chase at 8. Let's cut the noise, let's get clear, and let's get ready, set, and go, and be great. We are settled in, so wherever you're listening from right now, if you're driving, walking, resting, or just pausing, my offer is to allow this to be a soft place for you to land for today, this morning. Because today's conversation is for those of us who feel slower than we used to be, quieter than we expected, less reactive, less rushed, less urgent. And we've been wondering, what's going on with me? So here's today's question that I want to start with. What if nothing is wrong and we're actually just stabilizing? So the subject today is stuck versus stabilizing. We live in a culture that celebrates movement, not integration, progress, momentum, output, visibility, noise. Lots of noise. And sometimes we like to call it white noise. So when life gets quieter, when things slow down, when the adrenaline wears off, we label it as being stuck. But biologically, emotionally, and spiritually, stabilization always comes before expansion. Think about it. Muscles don't grow while lifting, they grow while resting. Nervous systems don't regulate in chaos, they regulate in safety. Roots don't spread in storms, they spread in stillness. And sometimes what we call stuck, quote unquote, is really our system saying, let me catch up to what we've been growing through. Let me say that again. Let me catch up to what we've been growing through. Not going, but growing through, because we're growing. Which brings me to key number 1. Stagnation and integration are not the same. Stagnation is avoidance. Integration is processing. Stagnation numbs, integration digests. When we're integrating, it may look like fewer words, fewer reactions, fewer explanations. I like this one. Fewer people having access to us. More reflection, more discernment, more prayers, more meditation. And that can sometimes feel uncomfortable, especially if you're used to proving, producing, or performing. But integration is where wisdom is formed. It's where lessons settle. It's where patterns become clear. It's where we stop repeating cycles. This is not falling behind. This is becoming grounded. Which brings me to key number 2. Quiet seasons feel uncomfortable because they remove distractions. Noise can sometimes be a coping mechanism. It could be a way for us to fill the space with sounds and things and or my favorite, PPT, people, places, or things. Busyness can be a shield. Urgency can be an addiction. Constant movement can keep us from feeling. So when life quiets down, there's nothing to distract us from ourselves. And that's when discomfort shows up. Not because we're broken, but because awareness has arrived. Quiet seasons ask questions like, what do I actually need? What am I no longer available for? What parts of me need gentleness and not pressure? And this is the work beneath the work. Which brings me to key number 3. Regulation always comes before expansion. Before growth comes grounding. Before visibility comes safety. Before momentum comes stability. Before expansion comes regulation. When the nervous system feels safe, creativity returns, clarity sharpens, intuition strengthens, resilience increases. If we expand without regulating, we burn out. If we stabilize first, we sustain. And sustainability is success that lasts. That means that the roots are deeply planted, and roots of a really strong tree are deep, not shallow. So let's bring this together. We are not behind. We are not late. We are not failing. We are stabilizing. Let me say that again. We are not behind. We are not late. We are not failing. We are stabilizing. And stabilization is not passive. It's intentional. It's intelligent. It's protective. This season is doing something for us, even if it doesn't look impressive from the outside, and even if people have an opinion about it. And be careful about who you allow to have opinions over your season when they have no idea what is underneath the surface. There's a saying that says, still waters run deep. So on the surface of something, it could look like there's no movement, but underneath it, there is action and there is growth. So the reflective question: where in our life might we be stabilizing and not stuck? And what would it look like to honor that instead of resisting it? Let me ask that question again. Where in our lives might we be stabilizing? And this could be in the area of PPT and people, places, or things. But we're not stuck. And what would it look like to honor that instead of resisting it? And how do you honor it and not resist it so that you're able to continue to grow? So, before you go, I just want to truly say thank you from the bottom of my heart and top of my heart. It has truly been an honor and a pleasure starting and sharing this time with you. And thank you for starting and ending your day with me. And thank you for continuing to give yourself grace in this space with me today. I'm so genuinely thankful you chose to step into this cozy digital home with me. So before you head out, let's quickly revisit our 3 keys and 1 question for today's episode. Stagnation and integration are not the same. They could look similar, and I could understand how sometimes we get it confused because we want to get to the end of the journey versus the middle, right? And I think if we look at things in terms of a race, a sprint, and I often tell people, I was like, I really like sprinting because you get it over with. You're like, you do it for 20 seconds, it's a straight shot, and you're done. But if you are doing long distance running, you know that your pace that you start with is not a pace that you could maintain your entire length of your journey as a long distance marathon runner. And normally when you're doing a sprint, you're sprinting on a track. But when you are running long distance and you're running a marathon, you're running on different terrain, and you have to prepare yourself differently based on the terrain. Right? So stagnation, again, and integration, they're not the same. And when you're integrating things in life, you're moving forward. Which brings me to key number 2. Quiet seasons remove distractions so awareness can grow. Quiet seasons remove distractions so awareness can grow. So notice if you're the person who doesn't like quiet times, understand that that quiet could be serving you. That quiet could be giving you a new revelation of what peace could look like for you. Which brings me to key number 3. Regulation comes before expansion. So if today's episode offered you clarity, insight, or even a pause for a cause you didn't know you needed, if there's anything that I've shared that pricks your heart or lights a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe. Share this with someone you care about. Leave a comment so that this is a monologue and so this isn't a monologue. I'd love for it to be a dialogue, and share a 5-star rating because it helps this space to grow and reach others. And thank you for joining me here twice a day for only 15 minutes for a daily microdose for macro living. Let's close with one breath. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. and again at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is Cut to the Chase at 8 with me, Madison Simone Chase. Thanks for starting your day and ending your day with intention and grace. It's Cut to the Chase at 8. You're ready, set to grow, and let's go. Let's be clear and let's be great. Blessings to you and yours. Until tomorrow.